Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
This is Starks to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
They'll throw with May.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
To throw, it's May. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Deep to return is Calvin Austin.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6.
Here's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you look at this Patriots defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
Now Tua. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing here is May.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Looking to throw. May. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's May.
Out in the flat for Starks. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They go play action now. May
rolling to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slap.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there.
with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Wright.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense for the Patriots, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Looking to pass. Tua.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Patriots are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Up the middle, Achane.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. On the ground again, it's Mason. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You talk about this Miami defense.
Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction, because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots.
Brandon Ayuk.
27 yards.
And the Patriots have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. Tua going to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Starks. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To the air, May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Starks. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They run again with Starks. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
A run here for Starks. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And they'll run again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal, and that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And his kick is indeed good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Marcus Jones picks it.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On the move to his left. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Patriots continue to pull away here in this first half. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Another catch there for Waddle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Out of the gun, here's again to Achane. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins get a bit closer. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Flush to his right. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. That is caught by Douglas. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He finds Douglas complete. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll throw with May. That's complete to Baker. And he's got room. He's into space past the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's May. Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Douglas, the man in motion. From the shotgun, May with it. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the 2nd half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The 3rd quarter begins with a run by Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Tua. Wright's got it. Room past the 35. Still fighting for more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin.
They'll run on first down with Wright.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
Now 2nd and 3.
49-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Now Tua.
For a Miami Dolphin.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little quick.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
First down, they'll start with Algier.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Looking to throw. May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, New England.
Douglas, the man in motion. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
To the right goes Mason.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They need 2. Here's third down. They'll try and run for this with Wright.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Now back to throw.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And Hill is going to have a Dolphins first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Tua to throw again. And my goodness, another interception.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Starks. Fighting through at the 25. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And this is going to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5. Tua going to give this to Wright.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua.
And now here is another interception.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Mason going to get it on first down.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over. And they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A give up the middle to right.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down at a yard.
Tua going to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Tua sets up to pass it. And now another one thrown incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
2nd and 6.
They'll toss it to Starks. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for New England,
they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.